Tell me if you get too hot. Okay. All right. We are back after a little break, and we're going to continue with lessons 7 through 10, which goes faster. But we're going to talk a little bit about the company and sharing our career. And so you may want to take notes for this part. Just jot on the sheet wherever you'd like to. But let's start out with lesson number 7 and read about team building. Sales is your instant cash. Team building is your pension plan. And I love that. It is so true. To graduate this course this semester, you're to create your own team building notebook and have your director share a marketing interview with 5 of your guests or potential team members. Also read Chapter 6, A Winning Team, which is in your consultant's guide. And you have a copy of it. It looks like this. This is a great little paperback book. And it's got great information in here about company policies, your team, managing your business, parties, dialogues, making money. It has one of the fun finds I had in goal setting is the product expiration dates and how to figure out what those are on the bottom of products and stuff. So that's in here, and there's so many good things in here. But chapter number 6 talks about a winning team. So don't prejudge anyone. You could pass up your best team members. Keep going. Your graduation ceremony is coming. Earning your MBA certificate and your Mary Kay Professional Beauty Coat. When we talk about not prejudging people, my friend Lynette, I was one of her scary ladies. If you ever, like, people that intimidate you, kind of, and you don't want to talk to them, they just kind of make you nervous. We were really good friends, which I was on her scary lady list because I had a master's degree. Whatever, but it scared her. I
can understand that.
Yeah, so she didn't want to talk to me about that. Yeah, so had she not, I would have been still counseling and figuring out what I was going to do and miserable. You know what I mean? So you never know who might need you. And there are always women out there that are looking for something part-time, you know, and so I want to give you kind of just a list of qualities to look for in women that you may want to jot down. So, pre-qualifying, if they have 3 of the 5, this is great, but they might just have 1 or 2, but the more they have, the better. First one is 25 years or older, you know, little established, that kind of thing. Second, they're married. 3, they have children. 4, they have some higher education. And 5, they own their own home. So, for, you know, probably for self-explanatory reasons, those are helpful, you know, to have. Tammy, will you do me a favor?
Mm-hmm.
Will you grab my black binder in that top shelf up there? I just want to show them that notebook. Thank you. So it helps if they have some of those qualities, which makes a difference. You are going to have people that will have different objections to coming into their business. And so as you listen to these recorded numbers, you know, whether it's the 15-minute hotline that you both listen to or whether you watch the website, and I want to let you know this is L. Madsen, which is confusing. It looks like 1, like the number 1, but it's L, like Lisa Madsen. And did both of you have trouble with that? Or just you, Emily? Yeah.
Just me.
No, 2 people did. 2 people did. Yeah, the .com. Yeah, so it's Lisa Madsen sharing, but it's L. Madsen sharing, just so you know, so that when your friends and family watch this, that helps. Thank you so much. But she talks in there about overcoming objections. You know, some of the most common ones are time. I don't think I'll have time, you know. That might be saying something like, you know, I never thought I would have time either. You know, the feel, felt, found, I felt the same way. But what I found is that I could sprinkle it in around my other activities, or I could do it around my work schedule, and I found that doing grad school and then working full time, I had no time for me. So what I found, you know, that kind of thing, feel, felt, found. I appreciate how you feel. I know I felt that way too. What I found is that I was really lacking girlfriend time, so I wanted to have more time for myself a little bit, so that tended to be my 10 hours a month or whatever that I did with some time for me, whatever you might want to say. Busier women do get more things done. They're more organized. You can probably look back to the extremely busy seasons of your life when your kids were just super, super busy, or when you had your first baby and you're like, oh my goodness, how did I get anything done before Addie was here? You know what I mean? Now you're pregnant again and you're working full time. I remember when I blew my knee playing college volleyball, and I had surgery that semester, and it was winter, and they were worried about me falling, so they sent me home for like a week and a half until my leg could heal a little bit better. And I came back, and I had 18 credits. I was taking volleyball, blew my knee, had surgery. I had straight A's that semester. I think because I was so busy, I had to be super duper organized. It's amazing when you look back. Same thing with grad school. I got A's in grad school, worked full time, sprinkled my Mary Kay in toward the end. You know, busier women get more things done. They're more organized. They don't procrastinate. They don't have time. Another common one, I don't have the money. You know, and Lisa Madsen would lovingly say, how long would you like to not have money for things that you'd like to do? You know, in a very loving way, you know, because it's not fun if you want to spend $100 on something and you don't have it, and that bothers you, because the $100 starter kit will not change your standard of living, but it could change your life. And so when I think of my trips to Walmart or the grocery store, I easily spend $100 for those essentials or hygiene items or whatever, or groceries. So those kind of things you think about. Once in a while we get, my boyfriend won't let me, or my husband won't let me. Sometimes Lisa Madsen, again, because she's such a goofball, but she's so funny and people just relate to her so well. She's like, get a new boyfriend. You know, just totally tongue-in-cheek, but can't get a new husband, but it's all good. You know, but the biggest ones are the money, I think, and the time. Those are probably the two biggest things that I hear. You know, and I'm the busiest I've ever been, and I've done my business with no kids. I've done my kids with one baby, then two babies, 21 months apart, toddlers, elementary, middle school, junior high. I've done it all the way through. And I've been shared tips with me. People have shared things with me, and I've picked up things that have been so helpful to me. And, you know, I love it. My kids came out to say hi to you. I didn't tell them they had to come out here and do that. They want to meet you. So they know how to look you in the eye. They know how to shake your hand. You know, they don't necessarily extend it, which they should. But if you extended their hand, they'd shake your hand, and they'd give you a firm handshake, and they'd look you in the eye. They can take a message. They can make a delivery. They can talk to my customers. You know what I mean? They've learned those things. It's caught, not taught. And so it's so important to be able to pass those things on to our kids. So I think those are the two biggest ones, but there are more, and there's a bunch of them on our website, JaneLangemeyer.com, under Sharing Your Career. And you can look at those. You can print them off. You can put them in a, you know, like a little, what do you want to say? Like a little card index with a little clip, you know, so you can flip through if you're talking to people. You can also get more of them on Lisa's website because she goes through all the objections too, which is good. But one of the things Lisa says that I really like is the lights are never green all at the same time. You know, and if we wait for all the lights to be green, you'll never get home. We'll be here all together. She always says. But it's true. The lights are never green all at the same time. You do have to take a chance on yourself. And what's cool with our 90% buyback is that you have to only take a 10% chance on yourself because the company takes a 90% chance on you because of Tammy's recommendation of both of you. Isn't that exciting? So I love that. Where could we ever start our business? You know, my husband, who's a financial advisor, you know, I said, look at this marketing plan. What do you think? And he said, wow. And then I told him about the 90% buyback, and he goes, well, then that's a no-brainer. Because he said, who would back you, not even knowing if you're going to be successful, and give you 90 cents on the dollar? And in our first session for training, one of the first things I show you is using the 90% buyback, doing a couple parties, and how much money you're going to profit. It's amazing, you know, so it's pretty cool what they offer. So the 4-point recruiting plan, I want to tell you what that is. This is a big key point that Mary Kay always made, and you'll just want to jot this down because it's not on our notes. But the 4-point recruiting plan is, first of all, have a great I story. What do we mean by an I story? Tammy, what's that mean?
Telling everybody a little bit about yourself and why you started your Mary Kay business.
Yeah, it's like fast, fun facts. How about you? It's like 2 minutes. You don't belabor things because you lose their interest. But if you forget to tell them why you started and how long you've been in your business, they'll ask you. Emily, how long have you been doing this? I mean, they'll ask you because they're curious.
And you may have to change that depending on what group you have.
Exactly. Good point.
You know, if you have a younger group, you kind of relate to them. Something about your business that relates to them. If you have an older group, you change your I story. I mean, you say the same thing, but you say it in a different way to get their attention.
Yeah. Or at-home moms or professional women. Right. Yeah, that's why you're successful. You tailor stuff.
Cater to you. Yep.
Absolutely. So your 2-minute quick, fast, fun facts, your I story. Number 2, you ask the hostess who would be good at doing what you do that's coming today. She might say, oh my word, Emily's coming today, and she's feeling her work environment is negative. She might just want another opportunity, or so and so needs to replace her income because she lost her part-time job, or people know other people that are looking for a job. There's a lot of people looking for a job right now.
Mm-hmm.
So talk to those people. If they have all the education, all the information, and they say no, it's all good. You did your part.
They're saying no to the piece of gum that you're offering them, not to you.
Yeah, exactly. I always talk about the flight attendant that says, would you like coffee or tea or soda? And if Tammy says no, they don't run to the back of the plane and cry.
Right.
They just go, okay, no problem, and go to the next person, right? So just you're offering something, and they may take it or they may not, and that's okay. Third, offer Mary Kay to at least one person at every party. Mary Kay says that sharp people hang out with sharp people. Sometimes it's 3 people in a party, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we've had that happen before, where 2 or 3 people at a party hang out together, which is great. Tammy had 2 at the guest event. Emily, you're one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting
So it's
right next to her.
exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that
Yeah,
exciting?
Bailey,
You and
you're
Bailey.
saying, yeah.
So it's really exciting to have that happen. So one person usually at every party will start their business, which is great. Number 4, tickle all of a sudden. Have a gift for referring others who start their business. So Tammy loves to do this with a gift certificate. I do as well. If somebody refers someone to you that starts their Mary Kay business, I usually give them a gift certificate and free products because I would have never known or never have met them had they not referred them. So it's really exciting to be able to give that gift back. Creating your own sharing notebook. And when we take a break, you can look through this, but I just picked an old binder that happened to have Mary Kay on it. You can find a fun pink binder. There's so many cute things now. This is a great time to do it because of school supply time. There's so many things discounted that it's a great time to stock up on like file folders or anything that you could do for like a for a sharing folder or like a recruiting notebook, like just people that are potentially interested. And in training 1, we talk about what to include in that. But it's a great time to get folders because it's inexpensive. But anyways, this just talks a little bit. I put my dream book in the front, and I don't know about you, but it took me a long time to make a dream book. I don't know what took me forever, but I never knew what to put in it. So you can come look at this later, but I have quotes and verses and things that mean a lot to me, dreams I'm working toward, lots of pictures. My reason to do my business is my family. My family has always been my reason. They've never been my excuse. I go to work because I want to be home with them. I want to have the flexibility. Today after school, I got a text from Taylor talking about her cold and how she's feeling and homework and that kind of stuff. In the middle of that, one of her friends said, I miss you, Mrs. Lang. Love you, Madison. Right in the middle of it. I'm like, I love you too, Madison. I mean, it's so fun that her friends know me well and have nicknames for me. And I have been able to be like the mom that hosts parties a lot and, you know, that kind of stuff. I love that. I love being able to do that. Here's a trip to Maui that my husband earned for work. Here's a trip to DC that Curtis earned. We both like to work hard and play hard. Here's pictures of our unit. Here's time hanging out together. Tammy, are you in this one?
Nope, not that one.
Next page.
Maybe
Right
not.
there.
Oh yeah, there I
Yeah.
am. When I had long hair, I didn't
Fun,
recognize
fun.
myself.
I know, I was going to say, isn't that crazy? It's pretty cool. And there are more pictures of all of us together, guest events. Here's when we picked up the Mustang and our car party. Here's another set of the car party pictures. Here's the Camry, which was the car before that. Here's the Cadillac. So these are just fun things. I don't always share this with people when I'm doing an interview with them or I'm talking to them about the company, but if they want more information, they can. Here's, oh yeah, this is the next page. Here's the value of driving free. When I worked in HR, we never talked about what our salary was. When I did the banker bonuses in the spring of the year, I couldn't even talk to my boss about it. He knew what I was doing, he knew where I was, but I couldn't tell him anything else. It was that confidential. And of course, counseling was confidential. So I look at this, and here's one of my paychecks. This is not my highest, it's not my lowest. It's about $4,700, and it goes through the different bonuses from the company. And notice that it says Mary Kay Inc. I always want people to see that. But that's how your checks will look as well. These come from the company, they don't come from Tammy or somebody else. But this is one of my checks, and this does not include my sales or my car reorders. This just comes from training and growing my unit. Isn't that exciting?
Wow.
So you can have a 6-figure directorship if you want to. You really can. And so I only show this. In Mary Kay, we always say, if I was bragging, this would mean that no one can earn that. People can definitely earn this and then some. My goal is to have a $10,000 check for the month, and then next I'll raise it from there, which will be fun. More pictures. This is the parade we just did. We had so much fun. In June, we did the Cranberry Fest Parade, which is a pink blossom Cranberry Fest Parade. It was great. Here's welcoming new consultants. Here's some of the Amory girls that I go work with. Here's some of the dreams that we've accomplished. Some more, and then here's some of the more inspirations and sayings. And then here's how to do a dream book if you want to do that. So nothing that you couldn't do too. You can do the same thing, okay? So here's where I start if I'm going to do an interview with somebody and I'm just sitting to talk with them. This is all done on a PDF. Isn't that great? You don't have to recreate this. So you can actually, I'm not holding this up very good, but you can actually see this and it's all printed. So they're right on our website, again, under janelangemeyer.com, under the sharing information. And then all you have to do is print which PDF version you like and fill in with pictures. That's all it is, and put it in page protectors. This won't take more than an hour at the most to personalize something like this. Then you just put stuff in here, talks a little bit about the company, the DISC, which we'll talk about in a second. Remember those 4 boxes. Here's pictures. We just happened to have some family pictures taken for my sister's campaign for Las Vegas, so I put a family picture in here. Another one of my checks. This is a good visual. This just talks about classes and parties and facials, reorders, dovetail. If I'm sick, I can give my party to someone else. Even just half the pie is good income. And when you look at this, we make half of what we sell, and the core to sales are diamond rings and iPads and cash bonuses, whatever the company wants to give us for the year. That's $36,000 retail, which is $18,000 wholesale. Now that's great income, but I'd like to make more than $18,000. So when I look at that, I go, okay, now what if I start dipping into the other parts of the pie? Well, that's where some of this comes from. Here's your instant cash. Here's your pension plan. Makes sense? So that's exciting, and that's what we're building, which is great. She's out here, T, if you want her. Just goes through the cars, the career path, because people like to see that. Prizes. I just put a few fun things that I picked the last year. Thanks, honey. Here's the flexibility. Here's the cars. Cars again. Personal growth, self-esteem. That's probably one of the biggest surprise things was just the personal growth. I know Tammy would agree. Just the relationships that I've met, that I've built and grown, and people I've met, and how much I've changed and grown. It's really exciting, and that only positively affects our family. Territories, no territories or quotas, great products, friendship and fun, more bling and gowns at seminar, and people in our unit having a blast at seminar, more recognition on stage. When have you been on stage at work? When has someone said to you, man, you rocked it today, girl. I'm
Walk
so
across
proud
the
of you,
stage.
Shannon. Try your stuff. It's like, really? Holy cow. I said, I loved it when the bank gave me a watch after 5 years. I didn't realize you could get that in a week in Mary Kay. So anyways, more fun pictures. So I go through this and I talk through this. So the sooner I can do this with you and one of your friends or family, under no obligation. How I am right now is how I'll be when you have a family member or a friend with you. That's how I roll. And how I was with you when you started is how I was. I just, to me, Mary Kay is not for everyone, but it's been said that if everyone took a year of Mary Kay, can you see how that would benefit women for their confidence, their time management, money management, emotional management, and just life skills? Truly, it makes a huge difference. So I think we had great training at Wells Fargo at the large bank that I worked at. I thought, their training probably can't be that great at Mary Kay. I was so wrong. If we all 4 have an idea, and we all want to share an idea, now we have 4 ideas. Well, not always at the bank did people want to share their ideas. They wanted credit for their own, to get credit, so they got a review and a raise, and I get all that. Wow, in Mary Kay we all share ideas, so it's just really cool to be able to give back that way. Then the last thing is to utilize all team building opportunities. Where I can help you the most are weekly success events. You want to jot these down again. Weekly success events. So when you bring guests here, they are your guests. Those are your sales. Those are your team members. I'm just here to be an extension of you. I'm here to help you. Tammy's here to help you. Paula in Marshfield is your adoptive director if you need to go to events there on Tuesdays once in a while. She has a couple in Marshfield on Tuesday nights, and then she travels because her unit is all over. And she just became a director, so she's traveling to go meet them a little bit on Tuesdays as well. So take advantage of those weekly events. They're huge. They're positive. They're fun. You're making money and probably building your team. Muffins and makeovers, sometimes we do that on Saturdays. In the mornings, I've done that for a while, but hopefully my Saturdays will free up a little bit more so I can do that and run ball schedules for the kids. The other thing I like to do is Thursday night glamour brush clinics, which is what we're doing tomorrow night. We're actually having a grand opening for Taylor tomorrow. One of our new consultants is coming home from UW Eau Claire, and we're doing her grand opening tomorrow. So it's fun to be able to focus more on glamour, do a smoky eye, do false eyelashes, whatever they want to do. It's more glamour than just a dash out the door look. So I'd like to train on that as well. And those are on a Thursday once a month for people that can't do a Monday or their schedule doesn't permit. Let's see here. One-on-one interviews, following up after they've watched or listened to company information, any of that. That all counts. Okay? That's how that works. All right. Now, the DISC. Let's talk about that for a second. This is a fun way for you to have just a little outline in how to work with people. And when I was in my counseling program, we had, the Myers-Briggs and the MMPI. There were lots of assessments that you could take. What I like about this is just a little bit about people's behavioral style. There's no one-size-fits-all. You'll find that you'll change probably because my confidence grew. Lisa Manson always said, we didn't get pregnant until we asked for permission. I was just, you don't always have confidence in your own ability to decide something, And I wasn't like that, but I just was lacking confidence. I really was. My skin was a mess. And so that affected my confidence big time. So this is fun to kind of talk about the different ways to look at the DISC. So I'm going to give you this sheet, and I want to encourage you to fill this out. And if you're watching, you can go right on our website on janelangemeyer.com, and you can actually fill this out. It's just a front and a back. And for kicks, you may want to even have your husband fill it out. You may want to have your kids fill it out. I think this is a blast because this helps me relate better to people in my life. And so what you would do is you just select one in the most column and one in the least column. You only choose one in each box of 4. So you check, enthusiastic, daring, diplomatic, satisfied. Which one most describes you and which one least describes you. And then you keep going. So don't think too much. The little symbols are just to keep track of the different things that you track, and then the back we add it up. You count how many D's, count how many I's, count how many circles, how many squares, how many arrows, how many P's, that kind of thing, and I'll help you track it. But I think this is entertaining, and so when you're done, I would love to talk to you about your D, I, S, or C. It is really a blast. Director material are D's and I's. I was an SC when I started, so I say that to give you hope. Now I'm more DC. I'm very detailed. That's the C part. But I'm much more direct and less detail needed than I used to be. Probably because I'm more confident in my abilities to make decisions. When I started my business, I needed my husband's opinion. I needed my family's opinion. I needed, of course I have my husband's opinion. But now when I think something's a good thing, I'm like, honey, I think we should do this. And then I hush and let him help me decide. But never did that before. So I'm definitely much more confident with my ability to make a decision.
Another one of those.
Absolutely.
I'd like to see if in a year's
how much
time
you've
if I've
changed. Yes. I think that's a good idea.
My
it's
eye
crazy.
was a negative.
Yeah, I think you're an I now, girl. I means prizes, people, fun. Details are not so fun for an I. We have a lot of I's in our unit, so that's why I try to not overwhelm people with details. But some things just have to be detailed or explained. I said that poorly. I's get overwhelmed with details a lot, so I try to do things in digestible amounts, basically. But D's and I's don't need a lot of give me the facts, Jack. They just want the high points, and that's good. If you start going into loads of detail with a D or I, they're just gonna whoosh, check you out.
Yeah.
Yep. They will. And an SC needs detail, detail, detail. The longer the better. Probably you'll have to layer with her. She'll need lots of information. She'll probably need a meeting with me. She'll need to listen to that. She'll need to go to a guest event. She needs to host a party. She needs you to meet her husband. I mean, those are kind of SC kind of tendencies. So if that feels like you, there's nothing wrong with that.
I was an SC when I started.
Me
just
too.
to let you know.
Me too.
I was big SC.
Yeah, me too.
DI negative.
Isn't that funny? It's amazing how we change. The next sheet, profile for today's women. This is just one of many sheets that are on the website. that is simple. So when you're at one of your parties and you want to say, I just want to give you a peek into pink. That's what I call it. A peek into pink, or fast fun facts, or whatever you want to say. And I literally in 2 minutes cover this. And what I like about it is here's 6 qualities we're looking for. Director evaluation sessions. From time to time, my director takes a small group of sheets together. If your profile selected, would you like to meet with us over coffee or soda? Yes or no? Or maybe. If they know it's a training opportunity for you, which it is, they are willing to help. So my challenge to you is to go schedule 10 sharing appointments. Whether they listen to this and then I follow up, whether we do it in person, whatever. I just want to encourage you to do that, because every time I share company information, I sell myself again on why I do what I do. It is just so fun to find a need and fill it. Just a lot of listening.
And if you let them know that they're doing it to help you,
Yeah.
or for you to get credit for it, or your director has challenged you to this.
Yes. And then when they hear about the Coach handbag, they're like, well, that's a no-brainer.
Oh, yeah, and the bonus is you get entered in for a drawing.
And that's why I do it. So every quarter I'm going to do a Coach handbag drawing or some fun bag. I think the next bag I might do is that really pretty kind of teal with the big flower in the front, because that's a hot color for fall. That maybe kind of re-interrupt because I've got that other Coach bag with flowers all over it. It'd be pretty for spring. So that's my plan right now. But teal's kind of the color. Teal and red. And free is good. Here's some commission checks that are in here. This is Julie Neal's commission check. She's soon to be a national sales director. She's not even a national sales director yet. These are some of her monthly checks. And again, this does not include her car, does not include her sales or her reorders, her instant cash, that side. These are her pension. These are her long-term benefits, which is great. Quarterly progress sheets. This is a sheet that will change every quarter. Obviously, this one ended March 24th. They're on our website under Hot News this quarter, and so I just put it in there. But this is how you track. You would take your weekly accomplishment sheet where you did those 3 sales tickets. We put in there, we typed in what their totals were. You would take your weekly sheet and total what your totals are on here and go across. So this is 12 weeks worth of data, so you can total up what you did for the whole quarter. So I just keep this right on my desk, and then when I type in my weekly accomplishment sheet, I just write it across, and it's all set to go. But that way you get recognized at the quarterly events, like the one we're talking about in Wausau. That's where you get recognized, which is really, really fun. We love that. Here's some fun marketing lines. These are people that do this. First one is Ori Hathaway. This is the one that's on the sheet right here. But as you look through, did I give you this? No, I didn't. Okay, I'm not going to overwhelm you with that then. Just listen to this one from Ori. But I have other numbers, like people that started in college, people that are have their master's in PhD in dietetics, people that came from corporate America, people that work 5 jobs, people that, you know what I mean? So if you have somebody, a teacher, or if you need somebody specific to what they're doing, I've got lots of options, okay? So, but schedule 10 interviews so that I can follow with people. We can get them in the coach drawing. That drawing is September 16th. So while I'm gone these 5 days, that would be a fun thing to do. Schedule parties and schedule people to listen. What's the worst that could happen? They're going to get excited about what you're doing. They might be like, man, you are like crazy lady right now, Emily or Shannon. You might say, oh my gosh, you want to hear why I'm so excited? Here, call this 20-minute call on the way to work.
What was it at your party that said, oh, Shannon, you should do Mary Kay? Was that Alyssa?
Yeah, I think it was.
Your sister-in-law?
Fun. Well, she would be a good one to listen then. And if anything, they'll be, Tammy's boss was so sweet. She was like, those girls got it going. They know what they're doing. I mean, she said, if I wasn't running my own business with my husband, I think this would be a good thing to do. She really respects what you do. And now she's a talent scout. So she's actually keeping her eye out for people that would be good to be on Tammy's team. So whether she starts, great. If she doesn't start, she'll probably be a talent scout because now she knows what you're looking for.
Now she's just worried that I'm going to quit. She goes, I said, well, I did talk to a lot of people at seminar who are directors and still keep their full-time job. Okay. She's
so cute. I love her. Very fun. Okay, questions on lesson 7. All right, lesson 8, team builder responsibilities. Having team members make you a master consultant, and it's fun to participate with you in the Mary Kay business. To graduate this course this semester, you're to have a new team member or team members, then lead them to success. Pass on Mary Kay's dream and opportunity with others. And you are the only Mary Kay that others will ever see, because Mary Kay's been gone for 11 years, Thanksgiving Day. So we're the only Mary Kay they'll ever Good to know. Keep going. Your graduation ceremony is coming. Earning your Master's in Beauty Associate Certificate and your Professional Beauty Coach. How is that Professional Beauty Coach, Mandy?
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's
I
beautiful.
just wore it tonight.
Yeah, I was gonna say I saw that on you.
Yeah.
It's very professional. Now, you can jot these down or I can make copies for you. Actually, I think I did make copies. This is just kind of a fast, fun little list here of team member responsibilities. And just for time's sake, sometimes it's nice to write them down, but for time's sake, I'm just going to give them to you. So you have them front and back. What did I do here? I think I double-sided them. There you go. There you go. All right. So, taking care of your team. This is when you've got your first team member and beyond. You're like, what do I do with them? What am I supposed to do? Well, when Jane's on vacation, we forward the information to him. I said, can you forward my email to Shannon? Because I didn't want you to feel like I was like checked out, but I was no signal. I was up in McNaughton, Wisconsin. I was so far away. But anyways, it was fun to be up there. But thank you, Tammy, for doing that. Taking care of your team is so important to building a strong team. What you invest in your team will come to you through a producing team. So if you never talk to your team, they're probably not going to produce much because they need to have that relationship with you. Unless they're completely happy and they don't need anything. You know, there's some people in our unit who get our newsletter. They get my updates. They're on Facebook. They get a call from me once in a while. They're good. I mean, if I call them more than that, they'd be annoyed. You know, and then there's other people like Tammy and I talk every day, at least once a day. You know, so it's just, we kind of tailor that to what they need, but you want to kind of have a contact with them to know what's going on. Think of yourself as a mini unit within our unit, our Believers and Achievers unit, until you have your own unit. You know, if you went to work tomorrow and said, wow, boss, whatever her name is, his name, just say, I'd love to have your job. What do I need to do to have your job? You know, I would have never said that at Wells Fargo. No way. I would have never done that. If you said to me, Jane, I'd like to be a director, what do I have to do? I get excited. You know, because there's just more women out there enriching women's lives. I get excited about that. You know, we can do that. So I'm happy to help, but you're a mini unit until you're your own unit, okay? If that's something you decide to do. Find team members who want more to do their business. Stay away from personal use consultants or casual consultants. So I never recruit someone who just says, I want to get products just for me by myself. I rarely. There are people that maybe start their business working, and then slowly go into like a personal use. But if you have a whole team full of personal casual consultants, you're not going to have a strong card team. You're not going to have a strong unit. You know, we have over 100 consultants, and there are some that are casual, and that's okay. But, you know, I don't actively go look for that, okay? I don't say to people, oh, you can sign up and order once a year. I don't do that because that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for people that want to work 5 hours a week or 10 hours a week or whatever works for them. Qualify them. So again, I just said earlier, don't pre-qualify. And here I say qualify. What I'm talking about here is try to find people that will want to work, that want to do their business. You like them. You can see potential from their enthusiasm. When you call them, they're like, hey, how you doing? They're excited to hear from you. You know what I mean? You can get return calls. You can play ball, basically. You're talking back and forth with them. They have money to operate with. Not everybody does, but it helps if they, you know, are financially stable. They're dependable. Again, you can play ball. You can talk back and forth. It's not fun playing ball by yourself or dancing by yourself. You know, you can stay in touch with them. They're emotionally healthy, willing to attend weekly events and training opportunities when presented with no excuses. It helps if they've got some of those things going for them. It makes a huge difference. Once you have a team member, this is important. Immediately set up for the next new consultant training. You want to talk to them while they're excited. You know, I think that's key, and that's really why I wanted to try to get this in before I left for Vegas, because I wanted to make sure everybody had the training they needed. Do you have to wait to book your first parties and hold your first appointments? Absolutely not. You know, when you went to college, did you have, I always think of this because one of my roommates was an elementary education major, and she had to wait till her final year to do all her student teaching. You know, and I think, gosh, she's an awesome teacher, but what if she didn't like it? You know, I think it's so great that we can earn while we learn. And I know that's a cliche, or college in cash, or whatever you want to call it, but we're learning and making money at the same time. Those are your customers you bring to the guest event. Those are your parties you're holding. And you might be knocking your knees under the table like I was my first couple parties, and Tammy too. I was so nervous. And, now I'm just like talking to, a stranger's a new friend I haven't met yet. I look at things so differently and I don't take myself so seriously. When I do something dumb, I just start laughing.
You too can be a Mary Kay consultant.
I say you too can be Mary Kay. We give hope to people, don't we, Tim?
Yes, we do.
So it's all good. Just don't take yourself seriously. Lisa Manson always said, pray 2 things when you have your appointments. Pray that they like you and pray that they have fun. God will take care of the rest. It's all good. So have them mark off the next 6 weeks for events, any important upcoming events, and that's why I sent you our schedule on email, just so you know what's coming up. So any of those things you can join us for, that's awesome. We have business attire. When we have guest events, we wear a skirt, a blouse, a sweater, a jacket, whatever you want to wear on top is fine. It's easy to do a white blouse and a black skirt if you have it, just because then you're ready for middle management, because that's what Tammy wears. She has a red jacket she got from the company. There's pictures of them right there, the Ultimate Unit. There's 3 really cool jackets there. Tammy picked the long one. I mean, they're so stylish. But then you're ready for the white blouse and the black jacket. It's easy, but you don't have to wear that. It can be any color, whatever. But when we have like our guest events, then the next week is what we call Pink Perks. You can come in your jeans. It's very cash.
I can handle that
Very
one.
cash. Yeah. We have dress pants on tonight or jeans or whatever. It's all good because we're amongst each other. I just want you here and I want you comfortable. So those are the most fun.
Yes, they are.
They're the most fun. All right. Have her schedule a first training party where you can observe. So that way you can observe you. She can observe me. There's different people that train and teach on Monday nights. So that's a great opportunity. You also have a DVD that came in your starter kit that has a skincare class in it, and that's so good. Schedule your parties right away. You do not have to wait to start earning money. You can do it right out of the chute. Call and check in with her every few days for the first couple weeks, or maybe text her or Facebook message, whatever you need to do. But that way, let her know that you are accessible to her. Answer any questions. Send her a welcome note. There is power in the written word. I can't tell you how many times I go to people's houses and the postcards I've sent are on their fridge. I love to send e-cards and I love to send emails and texts and that kind of thing, but once in a while I'll send a little written postcard.
Every letter and every card you've sent me since I started.
That's awesome. That means a lot to me. I have a file of 16 years worth of love notes from people, and I got a note today from Heidi Slinkman with my little newspaper clippings that was in the paper. I mean, just little thing. I keep all that stuff. It's so fun to be able to do that. That just solidifies it right there. Keep sending notes. It makes a huge difference for people.
Even Jack's got his.
Yay! I sent him notes too. When I'm at events with Tammy, I send him a note.
You too.
Yeah. Well, they hold the fork down. You're twice the woman with a supportive husband. So thank your significant other, your spouse, your family, your support system for allowing you to be here tonight. I just think it's great. We all work together. When you see your team member's birthday in the newsletter, send her a note, send her a card, send her a congrats. Hey, I saw you in the newsletter. Way to go. Little things mean so much to people. Follow up with your team to enroll her in the Preferred Customer Program. That is that brochure that I just gave you. That's what's going to your customers this fall. And we just had the enrollment for that. So we just had that, so you missed that one, which is okay. But there's a holiday brochure that is due on September 15th, where it actually has all the new holiday products in it. And it's in color, and it's only 40 cents?
40 cents, yeah.
Which is less than a stamp. Isn't that crazy? It's like a cardstock color brochure with your Emily Swartz, Shannon Soik, all over it, with your phone number and your website. I don't know how they do that. It's all bulk mail, but I could never send something that inexpensive. So you want to sign people up. I know you've probably been adding customers into Mary Kay in Touch. If you haven't, it's really easy. Tammy and I can help you with that. But as you add people, then you're ready to just click little check, or select all, and it'll just mail it to them. 40 cents a name. Really easy. Explain how to use it, the importance of it. Just be an extension of me, because sometimes we have, like this month we had 6 new consultants, so I need to make sure I've told everybody about the Preferred Customer Program, so that things don't get dropped through the cracks. Every conference, retreat, workshop, seminar, it's again a cliche, but those who show up go up. It's really true. If you can come to guest events and that kind of thing, it makes a huge difference. It's like losing weight at Weight Watchers. If you go, you lose weight. If you don't, you won't. That kind of thing. It makes a big difference to rally together. It's worth your time. People love to be with a leader that's going places. Let them know you want to take them to the top. Tammy already has her unit name picked out. Do you want to tell them what it is?
I don't know. What did we tell you it was? It
Tammy's
changes.
Trendsetters?
Trendsetters. That's what
Tammy's
Christy came up
Trendsetters?
with. Yeah,
I
my first
like it.
lieutenant came up with that.
I like
yeah.
it.
Tammy's Trendsetters. It's easier than saying Pernsteiner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Tammy's Trendsetters,
Yeah.
because Chrissy's like the trends are gonna always change, so that way then
Right.
your name
That's
is
good.
always gonna be. That was her philosophy on
I
it
like it.
at the booth on Friday night. I'm like, okay, so we gotta think of a name.
I like it. I like it. And
Tammy's Trendsetters.
I did Believers and Achievers, which does not fit anything. But I always like how, Mary said, whatever you believe, you can achieve. Or whatever the mind can conceive and believe, you can achieve. And I thought, you know what, I like that. So that's how we did the dream, believe, and achieve, and how that kind of originated.
So
So,
my plates are. She got my plates picked out already. So
sweet.
thanks MK,
Thanks, MK.
because I'm taking the cash, not the car.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm buying my own car.
yeah. And you can do that. You totally can do
Oh,
that.
really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can take the cash with
So
the car.
$375. You get cash.
And then as you climb, then the cash becomes higher. Yeah, 500 and 900. Yeah. Isn't that cool?
Until I get to the pink. Then I'll
You're
take
gonna
the Cadillac.
pink Cadillac.
Oh, I'll take
Absolutely.
that. I just got. By then, Austin will be grown and he can fit
He can
in
take
something
his own
other than the
charger.
Cruise.
Yeah.
The Chevy Cruise is a
Yeah.
little bit too small for him.
Yeah, he's too tall.
He's too tall.
But you know what? You probably think, yeah, right, I'm going to earn a car. That's what I thought.
That's what I thought.
That's what I thought.
Jane will be the most part-time consultant you've ever had.
Yeah, that's what she told me, and that's what I told Lynette, too. Yeah, and she goes, okay. She was smart enough just to say, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and let me be. She didn't bug me about it. Yeah.
You just
6
get to taste
months.
of it and then it's
6
fun.
months. Yeah.
And it's
8
like
cars
chocolate.
later. Yeah. That's cool. Support your director. Turn in your weekly accomplishment sheets. You always bring a copy with you every week so I can recognize you in front of your peers and your guests. And it's really fun. Attend everything. Be on time. Register for events. Dress for success and be positive. If you've had a rotten day, you need the meeting because you need to be encouraged. If you've had an awesome week, the meeting needs you because there's other people there that are coming to be encouraged. If you're having, if you had 3 parties for the week and they all postponed, talk to me about it after the meeting or before the meeting because then we'll work together on it. But I don't want to downer everybody that's at the meeting. So you'll find it's always positive. And that's what's so great about our events is they really are positive. We really do encourage each other. But that stuff happens, and there's little things that we can do to tweak so that it doesn't happen again. But they happen to me too, so don't think it doesn't. Top 10 reasons a consultant fails. Does not have 3 to 5 parties on her date book at all times, because then she's unemployed. If you don't have at least 3 to 5 parties, you're unemployed. Does not have enough inventory, and she gets frustrated. Too many little orders, parties too far between. Your success is in direct proportion to the last party that you've held, or how many parties you've held recently. You know what I mean? It makes a big difference if you can have your parties close together and have enough inventory. Does not attend weekly events to support her business. Doesn't attend workshops or conferences to continue to learn and get new ideas. For money management, we talked about that today. Doesn't understand all the company programs designed to support your business. Didn't observe 2 to 3 party presentations. Did not have her family or support, spouse support. Felt frustrated too long. Did I fix that typo on there? Not yet.
No, not yet. You
I
have a
didn't
circle.
type all this. Yeah, typos bug me. I did not type this originally, so when I catch them, I fix them. Felt frustrated too long without asking for help and didn't stay in contact with your director or recruiter. Okay, here we go. Your success is based on the time between your parties. There's the quote right there. Excuses only satisfy the person giving them.
Wow.
So I say my family is my reason, not my excuse. And there is a difference. Create new habits to have a better future. So questions at all on how to support your team. All right. Number 9, we're cruising right along. We did the heavy part first. Programs to support your business. So I'm just going to read. Tammy, you want to read the lesson number 9, and then I'll just kind of overview some of these.
Sure. You want me to read that front page?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Programs to support your business. Treat it like a business and it will pay you like a business. If you graduate this course this semester, you need to be enrolled in the Preferred Customer Program, have a personal website, and enrolled in the Insight Monthly CD Series. Work smart, not hard. Mary Kay Ash. Keep going. Your graduation ceremony is coming, earning your MBA certificate and Mary Kay Professional Beauty Coat.
Excellent. Thank you. All right, so the first thing to support your business, and you may just want to jot these down, is just to enroll your customers in the Preferred Customer Program. PCP, we call it. Enroll customers in your preferred customer program, and then say the deadline is September 15th, so that way you have that holiday brochure that goes out. Have a personal website. If you haven't already enrolled your customers for that or signed up for that, I've got a little sheet here that talks about when you've done that. Have either of you done that yet? Your personal website? It's $50 for Tammy and I, because we've been in longer than a year. It's $25 for the year for you. Isn't that awesome? I talk to people that pay $10 a month. Yeah, so it's really good deal. And when you go look at Tammy's or my site, they look just the same. Just our contact information and our picture are the only thing different. It's awesome. The company totally takes care of it for you, mans it. By the 15th of every month, if there's going to be a change, it'll be in there. So the 16th, 17th, 18th, you can go look and see what the changes will be, which is fun. People can take a virtual makeover. They can do a bridal virtual makeover, hair, makeup, everything. It's so fun. Yeah, really cool. There's e-catalogs. They can download it to their phones, smartphones. It's crazy cool. Really, really neat. And be sure to put your picture in there. They say it is huge if you have a personal picture of yourself, because people, and I can use my camera and take one. Oh, you have great pictures. I used one of both of you on Facebook. I used your family picture to put on our announcement on our unit website. You're brand new, like, welcome to Shannon Soyak, welcome to Emma.
Oh, really?
Sports, yeah. And I used one of your pictures with your darker hair.
Oh, I'm going back to that. It's,
I saw
it's
you
all
say
time
that.
thing.
I saw you say that, so I'm like, I'm gonna use her brown, and that's
Yeah.
really pretty too.
Thanks. Yeah, that's
I like her
coming.
blonde,
That's
too.
my fall color.
Hey, that's
I
good.
changed my hair color with the seasons.
Hey,
That's right.
it's all good.
It's all good.
You always say if you
I
don't get a
change my haircut
compliment-
with the seasons.
know.
It's never the same. I should say every time I go in, okay, Linda, what do you want now, Linda
What's up?
says.
Yeah, exactly.
What shirt are we going?
They
Okay,
always-
who are you hanging out with? Must be those young ones. You're changing your color.
Yeah. They always say if you haven't had a compliment in a month on your hair, then do something different. You know,
Mhm.
short, long, curly, straight, whatever. Highlight. Sign up for the Insight CD monthly education. This is awesome. It's part of the Silver Wings program, and you'll see this as a new consultant. They have videos, they have online tutorials, they have how to write your iStory. I mean, there's so many good things in there, and this is on Mary Kay in Touch. But the Insight CD is a $5 per month, includes shipping to you, and it's 3 CDs. Two CDs. So I listen to, they're like selling ideas, team building, sharing, holiday sales. I mean, there's so many good things in there. Thinking positive. They're just phenomenal. I have a huge stack of CDs to listen to, and I never realized how important that was, but I really filter how much I listen to the radio and how much I listen to the TV. I hardly watch TV. There's like maybe 2 shows that I watch and sports on the weekends. That's it. When I was in grad school, I didn't watch TV, and I never got in the habit of watching it again, because I didn't have time to watch it in grad school, and now I just don't like it. It's just negative. So there's not much I like to do, and if I do watch something, I TiVo it, so I'm not sitting there an hour, I'm sitting there 45 minutes instead.
Mhm.
I know I sound like a time crunch type lady. I do love to play hard, and I do relax very well. But I just don't like to sit in front of a TV. But it's negative a lot of times, so just filter how much you... It's amazing how much your kids catch, too. My kids heard a lot of CDs in the car. They've learned a lot of things, and it's really cool to see how it's caught, not taught. It's true. They pick a lot up. They have goals for themselves, what they've already looked at for their careers. I mean, I'm just sitting there smiling. It's just very, very cool. Number 4, the monthly challenge. If I give a monthly challenge for our unit or, interviews.
Surprises.
Yeah, always fun prizes. Number 5, your weekly accomplishment sheet turned in. Your quarterly tracking sheet, the one that we just showed you. You take your weekly accomplishments and then you track your quarterly totals. Any events to support your business. Anybody want to just jot this down? Career conferences in March. That's 24 hours. It's literally an overnight. Friday night and Saturday, we come home Saturday night already. So it's really easy to attend. We had just 12, 14 consultants last year. So much fun. Seminars in Dallas in July, late July. That's about 4 days of Miss America, Dale Carnegie training, and I don't even know.
I know Jack is still in his bubble too.
He's
He
still
seriously
in his
is.
pink
Yeah.
bubble. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so fun.
That's right, and we're gonna go to the Kalahari in
Yes.
October, so then
Fall retreat.
he'll be his bubble will get bigger for
Mm-hmm.
again.
Fall retreats in October. It's always at the Kalahari in the Dells. And Lisa Madsen, who
It's
you
right
listen to on the
Very
video,
good.
hosts the event.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why it sells out so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And then quarterly workshops, which we'll do like in Wausau. So those are things to help support you. You know, we Yeah. Now, I want to show you this Believers and Achievers Power Player. There's a picture of it up there. Remember when I was talking about Tammy, I was singing your praises before you got here, honey, with all your tracking? Yeah, and so here's her tracking sheet she had, but this is in her newsletter every month, and you probably saw that on the email that I sent you, but you'll get an email from me with our newsletter every month, which is your recognition. So if I don't have your weekly accomplishment sheet, I can't recognize you because I don't know what you sold. So that's why I want you to turn that stuff in. But this is just a tracking sheet, and there's a bronze, a silver, and a gold. So you do 3 out of the 5, 4 out of the 5, or all 5, and it's just working full circle. You're selling product, you're seeing faces, you're sharing your career, and you're entering people into the coach drawing by sharing the company information. It's really not hard. I'm talking 5 interviews, $700 in retail sales. That's probably 2 parties for the month. These are not hard. 1 new personal team member, 15 faces. That might be like 3 parties, 400 wholesale, and then there's a prize involved. So it's really fun. And then of course you're in the newsletter with recognition. So it's all good. It's all good. So there's fun ways for me to recognize you. And again, it's not for busy work. It's because when you work full circle, Mary Kay said, when you keep it simple, sweetie, you know, this business is not always easy because we work with people. You know, that's why we overbook. You know, doctors, dentists, chiropractors, they all overbook. Airlines, I bet flights will be bumped on Saturday when I get there. People will get bumped because they overbook. Hotels overbooked like crazy right now. I'm finding, you know, you got to make sure that you have got your spot if you're going traveling somewhere. But we deal with people, so that's the part of it that we have to work around. Questions on lesson 9. Programs to support your business. So take advantage of those. Mary Kay always said to book, to sell, to rebook for that follow-up facial, and to share your career. That's really it. Anything beyond that, you really don't need. You know, I mean, yes, it's good to be organized and your money management and that kind of stuff, but really the bread and butter of your business is book, sell, rebook, and share. Last lesson. We are cruising right along. Organization and time management. To graduate this course this semester, first you have to create a Mary Kay workspace and organize it. Again, does not need to be huge, does not need to be fancy. It might be a corner in your unfinished basement, it might be a card table like I started on, whatever works good for you. Second, turn in 8 weeks of your weekly accomplishment sheets, because the goal is to try to just get consistency here now. Fourth, the T sheets, the tracking activity sheets I don't use, so don't worry about that. Fourth, use your date book or planner on a daily basis to track your activity. Did you notice in your Mary Kay date book that it goes by week and then it goes by month?
I didn't get it yet.
It's a great...
She ordered her on Friday, and it hasn't come in yet.
Oh,
Should
it
it be?
didn't. I should just give you that one. Why don't you just take that? Did you order foundations, liquid foundations?
Yeah, she did.
Just take that. Friday. Wow.
You would think that by Wednesday
Well, the
it would be
holiday,
there.
I suppose.
Oh, because of the holiday.
It's usually
Thursday,
2,
Friday,
maybe 3 days. So Friday, Tuesday,
Does
Wednesday.
it come to my house?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, because you put your address in there when you did it right now.
Yeah,
It'll
you
come to
totally
your
can
house.
take that, Shannon. You can totally take it. I have people coming tomorrow. What if I need it for Taylor's thing? You can take it though if you want to. Totally fine. You don't have to wait. You're probably ready to dig in.
In her vacation.
Especially
I was on Friday.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I
and
was
that's
like-
why I keep one on hand always, just because it's nice
I think
to
I
have it right
screamed
away.
at work when I got that email message from you.
I screamed in the car when I was driving
So
up
I sent it
north,
right
and
to
I'm
her.
like, I don't have my computer. I was so
It
excited
was
for you.
out of the blue.
Well, yeah, because I
Yeah.
kind of talked to you and I'm like, oh, you know, should make your decision. And
That's sweet.
all of a sudden I get this message and I'm like, what?
I was just sitting there too.
I think I had to go like this.
I'm
And
ready.
I'm not gonna lose.
it was
Exactly.
fun.
There's nothing
Exactly.
to lose.
No.
Lots of $400 worth of product for $100. That's a pretty good deal. Set yourself up for success with a fun workspace and a daily plan. Keep going. Your graduation ceremony is coming. Earning your MBA certificate and your professional beauty coach. A couple things that are in here are just tools to help you for organization. Okay. This is a weekly plan sheet. I'm trying to think. I just know this off the top of my head. how many hours in a week there are, and when you figure out 168 hours in a week, and when you figure out 8 hours to work,
Mhm.
and then some commute time, and then you figure out like church and, you know, a little bit of individual time, groceries, that kind of stuff, there's still usually like 20, 25 hours in the week unaccounted for. You know, that's not productive. You know, it might be used to be TV time or whatever, but this is pretty exciting what you can do in 10 hours a week, 5 hours a week, you know? So I get excited about this. Now, here's a couple suggestions with the weekly plan sheet. Mary Kay color coordinated these. She actually took like fun highlighters, and my favorite color is purple. So purple was my personal time or my massage, get my nails done, whatever time. Church is blue. My pink perks, like my non-income producing Mary Kay time was pink. But if I was making money, it was green. You know, if it was parties I was holding, if it was facials, if it was a guest event and I was bringing guests, it was green. So whatever you want to do, whatever's easier for the kids, it was orange. You know, so when my kids were little, like Addie, you know, Addie's still little yet, but she'll start to know colors. She may not know what it says, she just knows that it's her color. And she knows it's her time with mom. Isn't that cool?
Mm-hmm.
So that's some of the things that I learned as my kids were little, and now that they read, Zach had the good idea. Mom, can you post your planning sheet on the fridge so I know what the day is? What a great idea. I got away from doing that. Now I print my calendar for our entire family from Google, because I combine all our calendars together, so it's Curtis, me, and the kids, all on the fridge. So now he can see exactly what's going on, and he can get organized and learn his own time management to plan things. So it's really good, no matter what age your kids are. You know, it really helps you plan. So 168 hours in the week. Try to find 5, 8 to sprinkle in. And that's the beauty of this. If you were to go to a retail job somewhere, it would be nights, weekends, and holidays,
Yep.
right?
Yes.
And it wouldn't be averaging $25 an hour, okay? So this is exciting to me. Really, really cool. So utilize the weekly plan sheet. And if you want, even email me a copy, like scan it and email it to me, not because I'm your boss, but because I want to encourage you, and then I know when not to call you. You know what I mean? Especially if your work schedule changes or whatever, or you bowl on a certain night. I think you bowl on a certain night. Like, I try to remember that stuff if I can. You know, I really do try to remember like 20 people's schedules. My husband's like, you're
I don't
insane.
even remember mine.
But I try, you know. So if I know your schedule ahead of time, or when you have parties, tell me. I know Emily had a party tonight, so I sent her a quick text and I said, I'm thinking of you. Have a great time. I have training till 9. I can't wait to talk to you when I'm done. I want to know how she's doing. You know, I'm here to help. I'm here to help any way I can. If I don't answer, there's a good reason. I'm either in an appointment or with my family, probably. But chances are.
Or learning your new phone.
Exactly. Learning my new iPhone that I love. That's been really fun. That's a very short learning curve. Probably because I'm used to my Mac. But daily organizational worksheet. Skip the T sheet. Just do a big X through it. Daily organizational worksheet. I want to introduce you to the 6 most important things to do this. Have you heard of that before? I had not heard of that before. It was very new to me. This brief story about it is this one man was hired as a consultant to help a group be more productive. And he came into this workplace and came up with the 6 most important things to do list. And we have one for Mary Kay and one for other. And I don't know about you guys, but if you're detailed, and even if you're not, most women like a checklist to check things off. But most of us write a data dump list, I call it, where we write 50 plus things. I know before I go on this trip Friday, I did that in the middle of a meeting today. I wrote down this list of probably 20 things. And I got home, and rather than get overwhelmed and shove it under a procrastination pile, I just simply delegated out what was most important, what was going to get done when, and it plotted into a 6 most important things list on my calendar. It's already done, and the sheet's in the garbage, okay? But in the old days, I would have looked at that, and looked at that, and looked at that, and then was like, ugh, and you just feel tired just looking at it. You know what I mean? So take your list of 100, or whatever you have over here, and take the 6 most important things list, most urgent, that need to go over here. And I'd encourage you to do the ickiest thing first. Brian Tracy, who's a really wonderful, inspirational author and speaker, talks about eat your frog first. To do, fully rely on God, that's what FROG stands for, but do the hardest thing first, and the death of fear is certain. So I've taught my kids to do their hardest homework first, their piano, whatever they're dreading, do it first, and the rest of the day just glides. Again, another way we can teach our kids. So your Mary Kay things are on here. Make booking calls, set up my website, Find 5 people that Jane can interview or follow up with for the Coach Handbag Drug, whatever it is. And then your other might be schedule haircuts, get Addie's physical, take family pictures, whatever it is, that might be your other stuff. But it feels good to only have a nice doable list versus an overwhelming list. You may not have 6, you might just have 3, but it helps not to have 50 to look at. Customers to contact. So you might like a sheet like this. What I like about the middle is income producing activities. Again, something new to me. Before Mary Kay, IPAs. Never talked about IPAs. These are income producing. Putting that order away in the other room is not income producing. Do I have to do it? Yes. Or I delegate it to my sweet husband and kids. Or secretary. But or a neighbor girl who wants to earn some cash, or a mommy's helper in the summer, or I'll give a Velocity skincare cleanser or whatever to a little girl who wants to label my product on the back, and Addie will soon be old enough to play with stickers. That's what they call it. You know what I mean? They put stickers on the back, and my customers thought it was funny when it was on an angle because they knew the kids did it. But hey, she's learning. Now they're straight. It's all good. It's all good because they know it's a family business.
She'll have it on forehead.
Yeah, on the product
Love
babe, on the
stickers.
See, it's totally a kid thing to do. But look at all the fun things she can do to help you set up. See, putting face bags together, which is part 1 training, that's easy. So a skincare class is obviously income producing. Facials, on the go. This means that I stop in to see you, Emily, because I'm going to a wedding this weekend and I need a lipstick. I may not even get a mirror out, but I'm just an on-the-go appointment. Some quick 10-minute whatever. Customer service sale. I share the company information with somebody. I do a tape or video or hand this out and somebody listens to the company information. That is income producing because that could grow your team, right? A guest at a meeting that you've confirmed. New contacts, new referrals, new appointments booked, a new team member, going to a grand opening for a new team member and having sales. And then you write down what those are. So if you want to be a part-time consultant, try to do 1 a day, which is not hard. 5 for the week. Full-time, 2 a day. If you want to be a grand achiever and earn your car, 2 to 3 a day. Directorship, 3 to 5 today. 3 to 5 a day. Do I get that done every day? No. But there's some days, Monday, I had a $1,000 day. Between my facial that morning, came home and I had several reorders. I had a customer that I facialed 16 years ago in Minneapolis that put a $250 order in. That I sent her the Hello Gorgeous box because she wants a new time-wise repair. So it's amazing what this company can do and how you can get paid over and over and over again for things that you did 16 years ago when you've been in business that long. So hang in there. It's exciting. It really is. It's so much fun. So much fun. And then there's a place to put your calendar. So if you like this sheet, great. If not, some people actually take a notebook. Again, they're cheap right now because they're back to school stuff. My friend Paula Bisick takes 1 page. It's the first of the month. 2nd page, 2nd of the month. 3rd. Flip the page, 4th, 5th, and her 6 most important are on the top, and she does circles to track how many people she's called, to make sure she's calling enough people every day for bookings. She fills it in when she gets a booking, she crosses it off when they say no, she does a hash mark if it's left a message. I mean, there's so many things you can do that will really help you track. What?
The Franklin Covey method.
Yes, it is. It is. It is, very much so. So you can use a notebook if you want to, you can use a sheet like this. I like this IPA sheet. That goes in my date book. It's on my computer. I mean, I want to know front and center. That does not include dusting product, cleaning mirrors, cleaning my toilets. Even though I like to clean, usually I try to delegate that out, So, does that help? Here's your business tracking register. Again, does that tell you how important that is? That's in the back. Is there any more in there that I'm forgetting?
No.
That's the last thing I have. Okay. Real quick, I'm going to show you this sheet of assignments and then a little inspiration. Here's lessons 6 through 10. What I like about it is it's all on 1 sheet. Okay? So, open the checking account saving, set the 12-month envelope, 60-40 split for 4 weeks. You can bring it, you can scan it, you can show it to me however you want to do it. Have your team building notebook put together. Time limit yourself. Give yourself an hour to do that. You could sit in putts for a really long time, but it is fun to do that. Just get some pictures developed at Walmart or Walgreens and personalize your book. You can take the current prize brochure. You can go online and print pictures. It's all done. It's just quick. 5 sharing interviews. that I can do with you. Read a winning team from your consultant's guide, have a new team member, enroll in that preferred customer enrollment by September 15th, have your personal website, enroll in the monthly Insight CD series. You will love the CDs. I have so many fun things to listen to on the plane. I hope the ride is very boring and uneventful, but I have plenty to do while I'm on the plane. I'm excited. Weekly accomplishment sheets. Cross off the T sheet thing. Cross that off. And then organize your Mary Kay workspace. All things that are easy. All things that you would do anyway. Why not earn a beauty coat from you while you do it? Okay? Which is fun. Tammy, you want to read that last inspiration? But really want it? Do you have that one in there?
No. Can you pull that out of there? Can you
Yeah, I'll let you read it.
Sure.
It's a fun little close. Here you go.
Really want it. If you really want it, you will have it. If it means enough to you, it will happen. For if you really want it, you will find a way. You'll stop making excuses and start making it real. The obstacles you encounter are not there to prevent you from reaching your goal. The obstacles are there to make sure you really want it. When you really want it, you'll find a way around, under, above, or through each one of those obstacles. As you do, you'll be literally creating the value of what you intend to achieve. When you really want it enough, it is in many ways already yours. Full and complete attainment then becomes a matter of going through the motions and following a path that leads surely there. Decide what you really want and be careful what you decide upon, for when you truly want it, you will make it so.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. So, it's true. You know, when you have really, really wanted something, a job, your career, your spouse, whatever, you know, you want to have a family, you went after it, you know? And so you're going to hit some bumps on the road, but I always say setbacks are just a prelude for a comeback. You know, there's going to be, again, we deal with people, and people are not always reliable. Things happen. But that's why we overbook. You know, when I counseled, I never overbooked because I only had room in my office for one person, and it was a counseling session. It wasn't like a group party. You know what I mean? So I had a hard time getting my brain around overbooking. It's not hard. You can come to a guest event here, and you can have a party. You can have 2 parties. You can have 2 hostesses come on Monday night. You can do the same thing at Paula's. So don't feel like you can only have 1 or 2 guests. You can have as many as you want, you know, and we'll stretch the room. We have 20, 25 guests in here. So I've got a lot of tables, and we can do that. So I'm just excited. I'm really excited to help you grow your business. I'm glad you're here tonight. Tell me what your feedback is. Are you like deer in the headlights, or are you like, okay, this helped answer this question, or?
Definitely helped.
Good.
It helped me. Just with the tracking. So
The details.
I like that.
Good.
Yes.
Good. You will like part 1 too.
Yeah. Yeah.
That will help you. Your beauty consultant side of you will be very happy.
Okay.
Now your strategic planning, financial planner person is happy on this side of it.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yes.
Good. Excellent. How about you, Shannon?
I guess I'm more hands-on. Just let me dig into
Good.
it. I don't know.
Good.
Good
I
answer.
love it. Don't you find that we're all kind of visual? We're on the job. We learn better by doing. It's so much easier. It is. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
And the
I
more
agree.
you do, the easier it gets.
Yes.
And I, if it helps, will help you guys any. I have a post-it note that says what I'm going to do. This is my goal for the month. I have a post-it note. I have it by my phone. I have it by my clock radio when I wake up in the morning. This is what I want to achieve. Not only directorship by seminar, which I would surely be there before then, but that's my far out goal. But
Yeah.
you know, also like, okay, I'm going to book 10 parties by the 5th. That's one of my goals. But
That's
even if it's like
huge.
having
Yep.
2 parties this month or 3 parties this month,
Mhm.
the more you see it, the more likely it's going to happen. Because then you're going to believe it, and then anything that you do will help that be a success.
Mhm.
So
Absolutely.
that's what I started doing for my August.
Good. I love it. I love it. And those are like your visual goalposts.
And at work, I have post-it notes. I have work post-it notes all over
Yeah.
with my
that's
Mary
good.
Kay goals.
That's awesome. That's huge. It's front of mind. And that's what CDs do. That's what your events do. Your support system. You know, anytime you get your husband, he is very welcome to come. Your family's what your girls are welcome to come. I would love to have them come. I'd love to meet them. I'd love to have them in your corner. They're always welcome. So know that that's definitely open. Always open door policy.
I downloaded the newsletter,
Oh,
and I
cool.
caught my husband reading it last night.
Oh, he does good. would be so much fun.
I can't wait to meet him.
I
He
didn't say
is.
anything, but
You're
I'm
like,
like,
what are you reading?
Well,
isn't that mine? I just walked out.
that's funny because I had mine at lunch. I took an hour lunch today, and I pulled it up on my computer because it's too hard to read on my phone because it's just not
Too
enough,
small.
too small.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting on the couch, and Jack's like, "You're scrolling too fast. I didn't get to that part."
Ah!
So I left my computer on, and I left. And here he was
He
sitting at
was
my
still looking
computer.
at
He was
it.
still looking at it.
You know, they love to see your name
That's
in lights,
fun.
and I
Yeah.
love to put it in lights.
And then he
It's
says to me, "How
all
come your
good.
name's not there?"
What about that? Yeah, I'm working on that.
I
babe.
said, "That's July. You'll see it in August."
It is, absolutely. I love it. I
Yeah,
love
so
it.
it's fun. So
It
there's
is,
some
it's
a lot
very
of like
exciting.
sharing.
So
That's
don't
funny.
wait. Don't feel like you don't know enough. You just
Oh my
go.
gosh, yeah.
Okay.
Just go.
You
It's
learn.
all good.
Learn
You
as
learn
you
as you
go.
go, and you laugh at yourself, and you just have fun.
And you have
fun and pray they
questions,
like
and
you.
my phone is with me all day long. I might not be able to answer it right, but if you have questions, feel free. Email me, text me,
Yeah,
and I'll get to it as soon as I can take a break or step out for
You
lunch.
bet.
So.
and that's good. 'Cause
Yeah.
you've got both
Don't
of us
ever
cheering
feel like
on.
you're bothering me because I'd rather
Yeah.
get an email at sometimes I'm up till midnight.
Yeah.
I'll answer it if I'm awake, and otherwise the first thing I look at my phone is when I get up in the morning at 5. So I want to make sure that you guys have all your questions answered, and
Yes.
so yeah,
And you
never
can
feel like
still
you're
text
bothering
me
me.
while I'm gone, on my trip too.
If I don't know, I can ask Jane. So
I did
Figure
have
it
a
out
question.
together.
What
Yes.
was it on? I don't want to interrupt you.
Oh, you can always interrupt me. It's all good,
Um,
but you have to remember.
Oh, for the interviews, or
Yes.
so just give it to whoever, have them listen.
Yeah.
And then how do you follow up? With
Sure.
them, or
You
how-
just call me or text me.
Oh, okay.
Email's probably nice because then it's all written down. I can just print it. Text, I have to go back and find. But if you want to email me their name and information and what they said about the call, what most impressed them on a 1 to 10, this is what their interest level was, and why you think they would be sharp. Why do you think they'd be really good at it? And I always print in that little pink polka dot purse. There's a whole bunch of those. So take as many as you want because when I see it's empty, I print more.
Kim, listen. Kim is one of
Oh.
Shannon's friends.
Okay, good.
So yeah,
Okay.
she listened to the call.
Oh,
Good,
did
because
you?
she's on my list of calls.
And she will call them.
Whether I get a hold of her before I leave or not, she's on my.
I was gonna say, ask you
calling
like
her.
who listened or
Yep, Kim
because
so far.
I thought Kim would be a good one.
Yep, Kim listened, and I know I had offered it to both Karen and
Good.
the other lady that was
Oh, Christine.
Christine, and they said that they were going to, but I haven't heard anything from them yet. But
Well, and this says within 24 to 48 hours. So I always say I'd love to give you a gloss if you do this before Thursday at noon or whatever.
give them a time
And then
frame.
you have people like me where
It's all good.
I'm like, oh, I forgot.
You
Yeah.
tried,
And I
or
only
you
do that
tried
so
many
people
times with
forget.
your
I
phone.
did, yeah.
It's all good.
But this is Shannon at her house. She's sitting up on her kitchen counter with her head practically hanging out the window just so she gets service at her home.
You're so
Yeah.
sweet.
So her service isn't the great for her cell phone at
So I
home.
can't really do anything at home. You
Yeah.
know, like as far as
Sure. The phone stuff, sure. No,
and
that's
then my
good.
other question was
Yes.
the preferred customer enrollment.
Yes.
What kind of information do we need?
All you need is name, address, phone. If you have their email, the company will just periodically send this e-newsletter to them free of charge, which is so
Oh,
cool.
okay.
They'll just automatically send it out periodically, but they don't spam people, which I really like. They can opt out if they want to, but the e-newsletter is cool because it comes out as if it came from you. So when they reply to it, it goes to your email. It is
okay.
the coolest thing. It's got your website on it, your email, everything, which is really neat. Yeah. So, okay, well, thank you for tuning in. And if you're watching, give me a call after this, after you've watched, and that way we can answer any questions you might have as well. Thanks. You shut me up.
Thanks, Emma.